Praise the Lord, everyone. It's Angel here with the Bethany News Network, and we are having a conversation with Bishop Tony Luke from the Gate Church all the way in Oklahoma City. Now, this is his first time here at the Plaza, and we were able to grab him fresh out of teaching an amazing word. I think I'm going to name him the Nugget Dropper #2, too, because he likes to give you a whole bunch of nuggets that you got to chew on later. So let's go ahead and talk to the Bishop. Bishop, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. It's my honor and joy to be here. And by the way, you're incredible.
Aw.
I know I'm not supposed to do that. I was so mesmerized last night and
thank
again
you,
today.
Bishop.
Thank you so much for the joy.
Thank you. So I want to go ahead and talk about something that he mentioned. Well, many things he mentioned in the sermon, but something that really stuck out that he said. He said, big doors swing on little hinges. And my mind immediately went to the fact that God will prepare these big, great open doors, but sometimes we'll miss it through small moments and opportunities. We think that God isn't in those moments. Can you develop that thought for them just a bit?
Well, in the natural world, obviously, the picture is what you just said, big doors and little hinges. But oftentimes those little hinges will be opportunities, events, a willingness to be obedient to an instruction.
Ooh, that's the one.
Because every miracle is on the other side of an obedient act to an instruction. So let me give you an example. David.
Yep.
Okay. David's a teenager. His father tells him, carry cheese and wine down to your brothers and check on them. He wasn't a warrior.
Right.
He wasn't even living down there.
Right.
So his father told him, carry cheese and wine down to the battle. David did it. When he got there, he saw Goliath taunting the armies of Israel.
Yeah.
So the hinge moment in David's life was he would have never been there to kill Goliath.
Wow.
Had he not been willing to tote the cheese.
Wow. Being obedient.
So we sometimes think toting the cheese is of no value, mundane,
Beneath us.
busy work. It was the hinge to get David in the right place to see the giant to kill him.
Yeah.
He became a national hero by toting cheese.
Say that again. He became a national hero by toting cheese.
That's right.
Wow. I said I was just going to pick you for one, but there was something else that he said, right? You said that prophecy is really preparing you. It's preparation.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get excited just to get our name called. And not that it's not a joyful experience to hear your name. It's a reminder that your name is on the mouth of God. But it's really preparation.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about that?
I think every prophetic word that comes is God's invitation into possibility. Sometimes it's a confirming thing that we've known.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a new thing. We don't even know that God's inviting us. So what he does is he speaks a word into our heart for us to apply ourselves to preparation for what he's talking to us about.
Yeah.
Because if he's talking to me about it, then it must be something he's wanting me to recognize my season for it's coming.
Yeah.
And I have to prepare myself so when I arrive there, I'll be able to walk in and occupy what it is he's told to me. I believe there are many, many people that are listening to our voice right now who have file cabinets full of prophetic words and have never done anything to prepare for any of them. And they're blaming God because they haven't come to pass. It's really probably not God's issue. It's our preparation issue.
Well said, Bishop. You know, when you were speaking, my mind went to the other P word. There's preparation and then there's process, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we get lost in the process while we're trying to walk in faith. And sometimes there are certain emotions that are associated with process. We get fear, we get anxiety. Then we have this other little demon called depression. And depression seems to be running wild and rampant, especially in our young people. I was thinking the other day, last week, lost 2 people due to suicide. And you wonder what kind of internal dialogues they were having with themselves to cause them to get to that point. Bishop, what do you say about depression and suicide? How do we combat those kind of fears and isolation?
I think it's pretty important what you said on the front end when you talk about process and people getting lost in the weeds sometimes in the process. It's amazing let me rephrase this.
Okay.
Anytime purpose is not understood, abuse is inevitable. If I don't know the purpose for a thing, I'll abuse it.
Right.
I could use this microphone to drive nails. The media department wouldn't be thrilled with me if I did.
Right.
Because I would abuse the mic.
Right.
When I don't understand the purpose of a marriage, I'll abuse my spouse.
Wow.
when I don't understand the purpose of my own life, I'll abuse myself.
Wow.
And so what happens is oftentimes we get lost in the weeds and lose sight of who we really are.
Yeah.
And so all of our successes can't give me purpose.
All of our successes can't give you purpose.
In fact, one of the horrible things, I deal with business people a lot. One of the tough things is to have climbed the ladder of success,
Yeah.
only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall.
Sir?
So you get to the top of your profession,
Yeah.
you get to realms of success, but you have no fulfillment.
None.
Because, can I say this? This comes out of a book I wrote called The Journey to Significance.
Okay.
People live their life on 3 levels
Okay.
all the time. Everybody in this building today
Okay.
was on one of these 3 levels. We either living in survival,
Okay.
fighting paycheck,
Yeah.
paycheck,
Yeah. Trying
church
to
service,
keep your head
church
above
service,
water. Yeah.
office day,
Yep.
just surviving, right? But here's the neat thing. As long as you keep fighting, it's a sure sign you haven't been defeated. There's something in you telling you there's more. When it gets scary, and this is what I think is happening in our world right now, particularly with the suicide issues, is that people have lost that sense of there's got to be more, there is more.
Yeah.
And so in that survival mode, they quit fighting.
Yeah. Wow.
And I also believe that our culture is giving permission to short circuit process. And the more we give permission for that, we'll find more and more people will think, I don't have to go through it.
Yeah.
And so they check out. So it's survival. God moves you from survival to success, right? I've had survival and I've had success. Success is better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Come on, somebody.
But watch this. Success was never meant to be a satisfier. You can't own enough homes, a big enough car to give you fulfillment. That's why there are people that make 7-figure salaries,
Still unhappy.
live on the ocean, and are not happy.
Yeah.
Because success was only to give you credibility.
Wow.
Jesus said it this way: men will see your good works and glorify my Father that's in heaven.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So by your good works, you give testimony to God.
Yeah.
So your success is only to be reflective.
Your success is only to be reflected.
It points you to the source of your success. The source of my success is not my giftedness or my talent. It's the God who gave it to me.
Yeah.
Right? So survival to success,
Success.
but the highest level of living is significance.
Wow.
It's when you live on purpose. When you do what you do, even if you weren't paid, because you know this is what I was born for.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's only in significance that fulfillment comes.
Only in significance that fulfillment comes. Wow.
Does that make
So
sense?
well, yes, so well said. I know y'all like, let me get my pen and paper, find this man. So are you on social media, Bishop?
Yes, you can follow me at on Twitter. It's at Tony Miller TV. The Tony Miller, I have a public Facebook page,
Okay.
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's all under Tony Miller TV.
All right.
And I have a website, TonyMiller.tv.
TonyMiller.tv.
I'm on
Okay.
YouTube. I think we're almost everywhere. So.
He's everywhere. Look up
Yeah,
the Bishop.
I'm not omniscient, but we're on a lot of them. Social media almost makes you omniscient, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? You're everywhere all the time.
I mean, omnipresent, not omniscient. Yeah, everywhere.
We know what you meant, Bishop.
But
So
I want to say something, though. This house
okay.
is amazing.
Amen.
I believe that this conference, Power of God Conference, Bethany Baptist, Bishop David Evans, you guys are going to continue to be people on the cutting edge. Wow. What you do is amazing. So thank you for the joy of being able to speak with you.
Thank you so much, Bishop. I was going to make me cry. I want to ask the Bishop one more question before he goes, because we've been asking all the pastors and preachers that's been coming. We're going to see what the Bishop says. So here's the question, Bishop. What's in your iPod? What you listening to these days?
You know what? I'm a jazz fan.
Oh,
I'm a jazz fan. I'm a sax player, so I'm a jazz fan.
oh man.
But let me tell you a funny story about my phone. This is about music, too.
Okay.
I had a ringtone for my wife.
Okay.
We were married in the 70s, right?
Oh, goodness.
So, R&B, we listen to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We ride and hold hands.
You riding the whole
Yeah,
day.
listen to R&B love songs. But I used to have as my ringtone on my phone, She's a Brick House.
Oh, God.
That was my distinct call for my wife. She's a brick house. Right?
Mate.
So here's the issue. I'm in the middle of a pastor's meeting one
No.
day. Honest to God, I forgot to cut my ringer off. I'm holding hands with a group of pastors praying, and all of a sudden my phone goes,
She's a brick.
house.
Oh my God.
Everybody lost the spirit of prayer.
Everybody's done.
It was so I changed my ringtone.
You
No,
did? You
I
did?
did change my ringtone, but that's in there too.
There you have it. The bishops, they listening to different things, and we got to keep our bishops lifted. Well, thank you so much for joining me. We're praying safe travels back to Oklahoma City and the Gate Church and all that you're doing in the community. You truly blessed us, and we hope to see you back at the plaza.
It's my joy to be here. Thank you.
Until next time, it's Angel signing off. Be inspired, be encouraged, and be blessed.